Hello and welcome to Stitch and Scripture. I'm Kira and this is the portion of YouTube where we like to do crochet, sewing, and we read God's Word. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this little crochet cross. It's very simple, it's very easy, it's quick. Yeah, so follow along if you want to learn how to do this. Today I am going to be turning it, the one we make, into a little keychain that I'm going to put on my church bag, but they'd make a great little gift. You could certainly write a note, put it on here, and just let somebody know you're thinking of them and praying for them. So if you want to watch how to make this simple cross, keep watching. So the material you'll need for this is going to be some yarn. I have this, I love this yarn. It's acrylic, it is in antique white. It's kind of a mess right now, I frogged something. So it's a medium 4 weight. It does say a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm using a 5mm, but whatever works best for you. This is my Clover H 5mm that I'll be using today. A darning needle. I think I got this in, I think it was a gift in something else, but just a little darning needle, whatever you have. Some scissors, and like I said, I'm going to be turning mine into a keychain, so I don't even know what these are called. One of these ones that keys go on is what I'm going to be using. I don't know what they're called, but that's okay. One of these I had an extra, so that's what we're going to be using today. Alrighty, so to start, we're going to start from the center, and we're going to be moving from the corners out. So we're going to start right here. I used a magic circle for this. So if you don't know how to make one, I'll certainly show you. Take the yarn underneath your fingers. I like to kind of line it up with this knuckle here. Take it, let me zoom in a little bit actually here. There we go. So take it here. I'm going to grab it from over here and loop it around. See how it's looped? We're going to grab it with our thumb on the bottom. And then this portion that we're about to wrap, we're going to wrap around a second time, but we want to make sure it's underneath this. So we're going underneath. So you have 2 strands, one on top, one on bottom. So one more time, take it. I like to line it up with my first knuckle so I know that that's where my first one was. And then we're going to wrap it around a second time, and it'll be underneath, and then we'll just hold it with our thumb down there. So we have 3 strands that it's holding on to. So to start with, my cats must have got me there. I didn't even notice. Okay, so to start with, we're going to take our crochet hook, turn it upside down. We're going to go through in between the 2. So we're going to go in between that top and that bottom one, and then we're going to pull this bottom one through, and we're going to twist our crochet hook. So now we have a little loop on our fingers here. I like to move this down a little bit, and we're going to go over here. So this portion didn't twist at all. The top is still the top, bottom is still the bottom. We're going to take that bottom again, and this is kind of where I like to let loose a little bit, and then we're just going to pull it through like that, and then there's your magic circle. So one more time, we're going to wrap around once, wrap around twice underneath. We're going to go in between, we're going to turn our crochet hook under, we're going to take our crochet hook, go in between them with the crochet hook facing down, pull through, twist. So we've got a little loop there. Move it down, and then we're gonna grab this bottom loop, this bottom strand again, and pull that through. There we go. So there is our magic circle. So, like I said, we're starting from the center, so we're basically just doing granny squares right here. Granny square, but it's going to be chain 3 and then 2 double crochets, and then we're just going to do groups of 3 double crochets. So let's see, we're going to chain 3 from this loop. We're going to be working inside of our magic circle after this. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, there's our chain 3, and now we're going to do 2 double crochets to complete this little group. Ready? So to double crochet, yarn over, go through your magic circle, pull up a loop, and then we're going to go yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so that's our double crochet. One more in this little group, yarn over, through the magic circle, pull up a loop. We're going to do yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There we go. So that's our first little group. Now in between each of our groups, we're going to be doing a chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. So now on this one, because we're already here, we're going to just do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, so our second little group is done. Let me get some more yarn here. Our second group is done, so we're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. We're going to have 4 little clusters. So we're at 2 right now. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we're at 3 clusters. Now we're going to chain 3 and do our last cluster. Yarn over, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. All right, so now we want to connect this all together. So we made that magic circle. This little tail is what you're going to be able to pull on to cinch everything together. So you just pull and you'll see it coming together here. There we go. So now we want to connect everything together. So we're going to take our working yarn, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we want to slip stitch it into the 3rd chain. Let's see, where are you? Here? I think this is about it. You don't have to be too exact. Wherever, throw it wherever you want. It'll turn out pretty good. All right, we're going to yarn over, pull through. If I can get it, come on, come on. And then slip stitch. There we go. So our first, the center of our cross is complete. Right now we're looking at it like this, but when we're done, it'll be a little bit diagonal here. So let me get this out of the way. So we're going to be working these, the sides and the bottom of the cross into the chain 3 spaces, the corners. That's where we're going to be working this. We're going to start here and work our way around. So we want to be able to get over to this corner. So we're going to slip stitch over there. So we're just going to slip stitch into each of the stitches. Let me go in through here. 1, 2, and then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 3 space. So we're in the chain 3 space. Now we're going to want to chain 3. So these are going to be clusters again. It's going to be a chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 3 with a slip stitch to connect. So we're slip stitch into that chain 3 spot. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets, 1, 2. All right, now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 double crochets and a chain 3 to connect. 1, 2, and then we're going to chain 3 and slip stitch it back down here. 1, 2, 3. Basically, we're just doing the mirrored image of the other side. Oop. That was going to be a single stitch. That was going to be a single crochet. We want to slip stitch. There we go. So that way it's mirrored each other. Chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 3, and slip stitch. So do one more. So we're going to get over to this corner. So to do that, we're going to slip stitch into the stitches across here. 1, 2, and then we're just going to slip stitch into the chain 3 spot. There we go. So now we just do the same thing as we did over here. So chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets, chain 3, and slip stitch down, back down. So 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 double crochets and a chain 3 to connect. So 1, 2, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slip stitch it back down here. Slip stitch. There we go. So now you're going to want to do this for the next 2 spots, but when you finish this one, I'll actually meet you up here because there's a couple different things that we do, because this last one is where we're going to add on the bottom portion. So go ahead and do these 2 on your own, but don't cut the yarn when you're done with this one. Alrighty, so I'm just about to work my last chain 3 on my last stitch here. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slip stitch to connect it back down here. Slip stitch. All right, so now we want to work on the tail portion down here. We just finished this, so we need to do 2 more, and we want to keep doing it in those chain 3 corner spots. So to do that, let me set this over here. To do that, we're going to chain 1, if you can see that, chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. So we're going to turn it backwards. So you see our tail is here, and we want to crochet, we want to get up to this chain 3 spot. So we're going to slip stitch over there. So I just slip stitch into these holes, in between the chain 3 and the double crochet, and then I'm going to go up into here, this stitch, we're going to go into this stitch, and then we've made it to our chain 3 spot. So it looks like that was 1, 2, 3, 4 slip stitches to get there. So now we're going to do the same thing as we did before. We're going to do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 double crochets, and then another chain 3 to connect. 1, 2, and then 3, chain 3, and connect with a slip stitch. There we go. All right, the second portion is done. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to chain 1 over here and turn our work. Chain 1 and turn our work this way. All right, so I'm going to slip stitch into this chain 3 spot. I'm going to slip stitch in this double crochet and in the next double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 3 spot. All right, and then we start our final little cluster. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then a chain 3 and slip stitch back down there. 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch here. All right, now you can go ahead and cut your end. Leave yourself a little bit of tail to weave in. Pull that through. We don't need our crochet hook anymore. And flatten it out a little bit, stretch it out how you want it, but it's complete. So now let's go ahead and weave in the ends. we're going to take our darning needle and push our yarn through. I like this one because I can just push the yarn and not have to worry about it because it's plastic, so it moves easily. So with this one, I'm going to pull this tighter. I don't really want much of a hole in the middle like that, and then I'm just going to follow the stitches around, if I can get it in there. Come on, there we go. This doesn't need to be exact, you're just trying to hide the ends. Go underneath some of these stitches that are part of the magic circle. This does not want to work with me today, come on. Alright, that's probably good. I'm going to pull it a little bit tighter and cut close. Alright, I'm going to loosen up just a little bit. Alright, so next is this one. Again, I'm just going to push this yarn through here. Grab it. And we're going to do the same thing, just weaving in our ends here. I'm going to make sure I'm at the back of our work though. Pull this taut, and then I'm just going to start going under some loops here. There's one. Let's go under these. I am pretty not exact with these. You can even tie them off. It's not the end of the world. Just throw them through some stitches so it's not coming out. Let's see, get the other end through there. I'm gonna weave through this one, maybe go up. Then I'll probably call it good. There we go, pull it tight. And then we're gonna cut it. And then just kind of loosen it up so it gets lost in there. All right, and that is our crochet cross. So like I said, this one, I'm just gonna add this little doohickey to the top. If I can get it in there. Kind of want it to be in the chain 3 spot, but wherever it goes, I guess is all right. There we go. And then we're just gonna pull it through. There we go. We've got our little crochet keychain. Super cute. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be putting this one on my church bag, but they're really easy. And like I said, if you wanted to give them as a gift or so, yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite thing is to crochet, how long you've been crocheting. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm super excited. So